So friends, continuing my video from where I left last time, this was the point that I have told you, and I have told you that this was the original question. In this question, first, second and third conditions are given. I told you that right now I am neglecting the third question and solving the question according to the first two conditions. And according to the first two conditions, that smallest number which when divided by 8 leave a remainder of 5 and which when divided by 9 leave a remainder of 7 came out as 61. You can also cross check it. So 61 is the first number which when divided by 8 leaves a remainder of 5 and which when divided by 9 leaves a remainder of 7. So till now I have told you this, I have told you to jot it down. Now I am rubbing it off. This is the whole procedure in which I have explained this to you. Now, 61 is the smallest possible number which satisfies these two conditions. Now I have to search for a general form. Now I have to search for a general form, that is that number which in all circumstances which will follow these two conditions. Now suppose if it is being asked, I have already told you in the previous video tutorial that if it is being asked that what is the smallest possible 4-digit number of the form n which when divided by 8 leaves a remainder of 5 and which when divided by 9 leaves a remainder of 7. Only these two conditions, not the third conditions. Then what we will do? 61 is the first number which when divided by 8 leaves a remainder of 5 and 61 is the first number which when divided by 9 leaves a remainder of 7. These two simultaneously apply with 61. Now, if you have to find the general form of this thing, then 61 is the first number which satisfies the condition, and what I will do, I will find out the LCM of divisors. What are the divisors? 8 and 9. 8, 9, and out of it, I will place a constant k. This k is constant of proportionality. This will become something like this. 61 LCM of 8 and 9 is 72 into k. So this is the form. 61 plus 72 into k. This 61 plus 72k is a number. If you divide this number by 8, you will get a remainder of 5. Because this 72k, this 72 basically is the LCM of 8 and 9. So whatever is the value of k, it is 100% sure that 72k will be divided by 8 also and will be divisible by 9 also. So what I have done by writing this expression 61 plus 72k, I have derived a general expression of that form which if divided by 8 will leave a remainder of 5 and which if divided by 9 will leave a remainder of 7. This is what I have done here. I found out the smallest number 61 and in it I added this general expression 61 plus LCM of 8 into 9 k. This was the form. So we can write it as that it is something like this. The general form for 2 least number plus LCM of divisors to the whole k, where k is constant. This is what is given to us. 61 plus LCM of 8 and 9 into k. K is the constant. 61 plus 72k. Now, if I am being asked to find what will be the smallest possible number of this form, then it will be easy. First we will find out the smallest possible number which is here 72k. So what's the way of doing that? Divide 1000 by 72. We will get 28. Then what we are going to do? 3 times. 3 to the 6, 21. So basically, when I divided 1000 by 72, I got 13 as the quotient and 64 as the remainder. That is, when I divided these 1000 quantities into groups of 72, I got 64 extra. Now, in order to make this whole quantity get divided by 72, I will add 8 to 64. So the 64, 8 will become 72, and therefore I will add 8 to 1008, and 1008 will come out like this. So the smallest possible 4-digit number, which is divisible by 72, comes out as 1008. And how will we get 1008? When I will put k is equals to 14. Because it is very much sure. Till now I am doing it a bit faster because I have already told you the basics. Here the quotient is 13, and we are reaching a value which is 1 less multiple of 1008 of 72. So it is 72 into 13. What it will be? It will be 1000 minus 64. So what will be 72 into 14? It will be 1008. So what is this? At k is equals to 14, this will become 61 plus 72 into 14. What is 72 plus 14? 1008. So it will become 1008 plus 61. So it will become 1069. So we can say that 1069 is the smallest possible 4-digit number which when divided by 8 leaves a remainder of 5, and which when divided by 9 leaves a remainder of 7. Just divide 1069 by 8. You will get 5 as the remainder. You can just only see it. 8 is 8, 2 is the remainder, 8 is the 24, 2 is the remainder, 8 is the 28, 3 is the 24, 5 is the remainder here, and in the case of 9, when you divide 1069 by 9, the remainder will be 7. So the general form which I got by applying these two conditions simultaneously was 61 plus 72k. This is what I got by applying these two conditions simultaneously. Till now I have not applied the third condition. What was the procedure? The procedure was that first, by applying the proper method, I was able to find out the smallest possible number which will satisfy these two conditions. And after finding the smallest possible number, I used this formula, least number, this is the smallest possible number which I found it out, plus LCM of divisors to the whole constant k. And by doing this, I found a general form which is 61 plus 72k. And now this general form can be applied to find out any sort of number, whether it is least possible 4-digit number, whether it is largest possible 4-digit number, any sort of number can be found out now. So, right now I am going to explain this question to you, these two parts combined in conjugation with part third. The original question was with all of these three conditions. Till now I have explained you first and second conditions. Now I have completed the combination of first and second. After getting the combination of first and second, I got 61 plus 72k. Now I am going to apply the combination of these two with the third one. So first of all, I am going to write here something like this. 61 plus 72k. This is the combined form of these two cases. Now let us make some space for doing this thing. I am rubbing off these things. So now this is the form, combined form of these two, and I have to apply this also. That is 10n plus 5. This is n when divided by 10 leaves a remainder of 61 plus 72k. So the number I have got here is 61 plus 72k is equals to n. This is what I got here. This is the form of the number. Now what is being said? That when this n is divided by 10, it leaves a remainder of 5. This is the question. That when this n is divided by 10, leaves a remainder of 5. So obviously, when this number will be divided by 10, it will leave a remainder of 5. This is the question. That if this number 61 plus 72k is divided by 10, it will leave a remainder of 5. Now let us have a look. Mark it in this way. 72k, it is divided by 10, remainder is 5. So obviously, when we are trying to divide these 61 plus 72k quantities into groups of 10, then how much extra we are getting? 5. So in order to make this upper quantity divisible by 10, I am going to reduce this 5 from this quantity. Is that simple? I have done these things numerous times before, till now in my video lectures. So till now you should be clear on this concept. The 61 plus 72k was the combined form which I obtained from the first and second. So I suppose it as the number because I have calculated it. And when I applied the third condition with this number. What was the third condition? That if I am going to divide 61 plus 72k by 10, the remainder should be 5, which I got here. So, on dividing 61 plus 72 quantities into groups of 10, extra quantities I found are 5. So, I have to compensate for those extra 5 quantities, so I reduce this 5 from the main quantity. And after reducing this 5 from the main quantity, what I am going to get? I am going to get 72k plus 56. This is what I will get. So the point is that when I reduce 61 plus 72k, when I reduce 5 from 61 plus 72k, I made this number divisible by 10. That is, after reducing 5 from 61 plus 72k, I got 72k plus 56, and now this 72k plus 56 is divisible by 10. This is what this whole process means. That is, the 61 plus 72k was the original number. When I divided this original number by 10, I got the remainder as 5. So this means that on dividing the 61 plus 72k quantities into groups of 10, extra quantities are 5. So in order to make these quantities a multiple of 10, we have to remove the extra quantities. What were the extra quantities? 5. So I reduce those quantities, and how much I am left with? I am left with 72k plus 56. So these such amount of quantities, 72k plus 56, will be divisible by 10. So now I have to check the divisibility of 72k plus 56 by 10. So again the same method. I am going to assume the value of k. Suppose k is equals to Suppose k is equals to 1. I am just checking that whether I have not repeated this k before. I hope not. No, I have not repeated this k before. But k is equals to 1, what will this quantity become? 72 plus 56. It will become 128. At k is equals to 2, what will this quantity become? It will become 17 into 2, that is 144. When I am going to add 144 to 144 to 56, what I am going to get? I am going to get 200. So, this 200 is divisible by 10. So, the smallest possible value, 72k plus 56, which is divisible by 10, is 200. This is the whole point. This is the same procedure which I have been doing at the back point. The previous step was the same like this. This step was the same like this. 72k plus 56, 72k plus 56. According to the condition of the question, this number should be divisible by 10. So I started substituting values for k from the least value. K is equals to 1. I got the values 128. 128 is not divisible by 10. I put k equals to 2. I got 72k plus 56 equals to 200. This 200 is divisible by 10. So obviously 72k plus 56, smallest value which is divisible by 10, comes out as 200. Now I got 72k plus 56 equals to 200. What was the number here? It was something like this. So if 72k plus 56 is 200, what will be 72k plus 61? Now here, this 72k plus 56 is 200. I am going to add 5 on both quantities sides, plus 5. So here it will also become plus 5. It will come out as 205. This number will be 205. So this says that 205 is that smallest number which when divided by 8 leaves a remainder of 5, which when divided by 9 leaves a remainder of 7, and which when divided by 10 will leave a remainder of 5. This is the whole procedure. I was given first condition, second condition, third condition. What I did, I combined any two conditions, here first and second condition, and I made out a combined form. After that, I used this form in conjugation with the third condition given, by the same method with which I have done the first two forms. And finally, I got this value as 205. I am again repeating it. 61 plus 72k was the combined effect of these two conditions. Now I applied this 61 plus 72k with the third condition. After applying that third condition, I got to know that 200 is the first number of the form 72k plus 56. So the first number of the form 72k plus 56 plus 5 is 205. That is 72k plus 61. So 205 is the first number which when divided by 8 leaves a remainder of 5, which when divided by 9 leaves a remainder of 7, and which when divided by 10 leaves a remainder of 5. So, what we have now got? We have got 205 as the first number which can satisfy all these conditions. Now, what will be the general form of that number which will satisfy all of these conditions? Simple, it will be 205 plus LCM of 8, 9 and 10. I will write it here. Please jot it down. If you have any doubt regarding this method, please post your comments. So please post your doubts in the comment section, and I am very much open to your feedback. I want to know how are you putting up with these videos. Are you finding these videos helpful? Are you having doubt in solving the methods or in understanding the methods that I am explaining you here in this video tutorial? I will definitely like to know your views, because until and unless I am not going to get that what do you exactly want, I cannot provide it to you. So any doubt, anything, please post it in my comment section. Any feedback, whether it is positive or negative. The point is, there is one more method of doing this thing. I have not explained it to you here, because the method I have told you is the best one. So, 205 is the smallest number, satisfying these three conditions. Now, to find the general expression satisfying the conditions, all the conditions will be 205 plus LCM of divisors 8, 9 and 10 to the whole k. This is the general expression of this whole thing, where k is k3, you can say constant. In the first one I took k1, second one k2, then k, here k3. You can understand that the purpose of taking k3 or k1 or k2 is substitution, nothing else. Just to have a convenience in solving the question, we assume values as constants. So this was the case, 205 plus LCM, 8, 9, 10, 300. So what will it come out as? It will come out as something like 205 plus 360 K3. This is the general form. Now, using this general form 205 plus 360 K3, you can find out the smallest possible number. We have already found out 205. You can also find out the largest possible 4-digit number of this form. You can also find out the smallest possible 4-digit number of this form. You can also find out the smallest possible 7-digit number of this form. Anything you can find out now, because you have got the general expression. This is what? This is the general expression. Of which it is the general expression? It is the general expression of these three conditions applied simultaneously. Now friends, before wrapping up this video, I would like to tell one thing to you. The method that is being written in books. At the very start I told you that it is someone of the form 8k1 plus 5. It is something of the form 9k2 plus 7. These two things are equal. Now if I solve this panel with this thing, 8k1 minus 9k2 equals to 7 minus 5, 2. Now this is the method which is given in the books. Now how we are going to solve this thing with this panel? If I put k2 is equals to 1 here, what it will become? 9 plus 2, 11. So k1 will become 11 by 8, not an integer. If I put k2 is equals to 2, how much it will become? 9 into 2, 18, 18 plus 2, 20. Not divisible by 8. If I put k2 is equals to 3, 9 is 27 plus 2, 29, not divisible by 8. 4, 9 4 is 36 plus 2, 38, not divisible. 5, 9 5 is 45 plus 2, 47, not divisible. 6. When I will put k2 is equals to 6, it will become 9 6 is 54 plus 2, 56. So it will become 8 k1 is equals to 56, so k1 will be equals to 7. So when I will put 7 here, it will become 8 into 7, 56 plus 5, 61. This is also a way of computing the smallest possible number. And this is the way which is being told in books. But I have not explained. The point is, the way that I explained and the way of doing the matter in this thing, the question in this thing, these two are basically the same things. But the method, my method and this method are basically the difference in the approach that we take while solving these questions. This is the method which is explained in the box, and this is a simpler method. That method which I told you will help you in clearing up your concepts. When you are going to study all of these methods in conjugation with each other, you are going to find these videos very helpful for yourself in order to improve your concepts. Because while you are studying mathematics, never go for learning the concepts of mathematics. Always go to understand the concept of mathematics, and with the more amount of angle and with the more amount of views and with the more amount of practice and with the more amount of, you can say, analysis you are going to see a question, you are going to see the very deep thing, the very deep concept that is applied in order to make that question. And when you are going to understand that concept, solving the question will be very easy for you. This is the sort of method which is written in books. I have told you in a very slightly different form. I hope this whole lecture is very much beneficial for you. I will upload more questions like these in the future. Right now, currently I am wrapping up my video tutorial of LCM type 3. With this I have completed LCM type 3. This is just one example. I know that one example is not enough. I need to tell you more examples about this thing. In case you have a doubt, you can post it in the comment section below. I am very much open to your feedback. Thank you for watching this video tutorial.